if 4x square plus xy is 2, 3xy minus y square is equal to 12 is to 5. Find x plus 2y is 2x plus y. So given here is 4x square plus xy.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Divided by 3xy minus y square is equal to 12 is to 5. I've written in the fraction form. Okay, now from here, we'll cross multiply first. Our main aim here is to find out x by y. Once I find out the ratio x is to y or x by y, then I can proceed to find out the value of x plus 2y is to 2x plus y. Okay, so first we'll cross multiply to get 5 times now we'll multiply.
Good morning, sir.
We'll take everything on one side. Okay, so now we have got everything on one side. So now what you do, since we want to find out x is to y or x by y, we divide both sides by y square. If you divide both sides by y square, you have to divide each term by y square. Okay, so that now here we'll get 20 x by y square. In the next term, minus 31, see y here cancels, one power cancels here, 31 x by y plus here y square and y square cancel, we simply get a 12. Now see, we are getting a quadratic in x by y. If I put x by y is equal to z, therefore what do we get? 20z square minus 31z plus 12. So we are getting a quadratic in z. You can solve this quadratic by Sridhar Acharya or by factorization. Okay, now how will you break this up? 12 into 20 is 240. 240 what? 16 into 15 are the factors. So minus 16z minus 15z plus 12. Can take 4z common. Three you can take common, we get 5z minus 4. We have now factorized this into two factors. That means what are the two values that we are getting? Either z is equal to 4 by 5 or z is equal to 3 by 4. That means either, what is the value of z here? The value of z here is x by y.
Sir, x by y.
So we're getting either x is to y is equal to 4 is to 5, or x is to y is equal to 3 is to 4. So we consider both the values. Case 1, when x is to y is equal to 4 is to 5. So when x is to y is equal to 4 is to 5, we can take x is equal to say 4k1, and we can take y is equal to 5k2. What is the value that we have to find? We have to find out the value of x plus 2y is to 2x plus y, which written in fractional form is x plus 2y by 2x plus y. Now x above here is 4k1, y here is 5k1. Input the value of x and y in the denominator also. So here you get 14k1 by 13k1. K1 cancels, get 14 by 13. Okay, so therefore, what is the value we're getting? X plus 2y is to 2x plus y is equal to 14 is to 13. This value we are getting when we are taking x is to y is equal to 4 is to 5. Case 2. We take the second value now. When x is to y is equal to 3 is to 4. Here we take let x is equal to 3k2, y is equal to 4k2. We are taking k1, k2 because this k is called the constant of proportionality. This will be different for different ratios, right? This is a different ratio, and this is also a different ratio. That is why we are taking k1 and k2. So we have to find out the value of x plus 2y is to 2x plus y. Now put the value here. So you get 11k2, 10k2. These two cancel. So you get 11 by 10. So in this case, what is the value? 11 is to 10. Okay. So you're getting two values for two different values of x by y. You're getting two different values of the given expression. Okay. So let's continue with the next one. The question here is, in a business, A invests rupees 5,000 for 6 months. B invests 60,000 for 4 months. C invests 80,000 for 5 months. If they together earn 18,800, find the share of each. Now they are investing in a business. There are three partners and ABC. They are investing. A is investing for 6 months. B is investing for 4 months, and C is investing for 5 months. Now clearly, who will get the higher profit? Someone who invests a higher amount for a higher number of days, he'll obviously get more profit because he's taking a bigger risk, isn't it? Because his capital is more, the amount of investment that he's making, it is more, and also because he's keeping the investment for a longer time. So that is why his return should be more, right? So that is why here the profit sharing ratio will be according to their investments. So A is investing 50,000 rupees for 6 months. Is to B invests 60,000 rupees for 4 months. And C invests 80,000 rupees for 5 months. Okay. So this is the ratio. But we can simplify this ratio by cancelling out the common factors. First of all, uh, cancel out the common zeros. Now, how many zeros? 4 zeros are common to all. So if I cancel out 4 zeros, I'll get 30 is to 24 is to 40. Now, what is the next common factor? The next common factor is 2. So I'll cancel out the common factor as 15 is to 12 is to 20. Okay. So this is the profit sharing ratio. So A gets 15 parts, B gets 12 parts, C gets 20 parts. So why should C get 20 parts? Because C here is investing a highest amount, 80,000, and he's investing for 5 months also. Not the highest period, but definitely the next higher period, right? So that is why C will get the higher share of the profits. So how to find out what is the total profit here? Rupees 18,800. So therefore, how much does A gets? A's share is 15 by 15 plus 12 plus 20. This fraction is the fraction of A's share. And what is the total? 18,800. That means here you will get 15 added up 47 into 18,800. Now this will cancel here with 188 cancel with 47 4 times 400. So you get A gets 6,000 rupees. B's share. Very similarly, this is 12 by 15 plus 12 plus 20 into 18,800, which is 12 by 47, which is equal to, again this will cancel here, 400 times. So he gets 4,800 rupees. How much does C get? C's share you can take out from the total also. You can either work out as the way I have worked it out, or what you can do here is from 18,800, you can subtract 6,000 and 4,800 to get C's share as 8,000. Okay, so that's what. Moving on to the next one. Okay, in a mixture of 45 liters, the ratio of milk to water is 13:2. So what is the total quantity of mixture? 45 liters, right? Now in this 45 liters, what is the ratio of milk to water? 13:2. That means 13 parts is your milk. 2 parts is water. Okay. Now we'll proceed with what is given here. how much water must be added to the mixture to make the ratio of milk to water 3:1. So you have a certain mixture. Now you want to change the ratio of milk to water. So how much water should be added to change the ratio, right? So first of all, we calculate the original amount of milk, original quantity of milk, original quantity of milk, which is equal to 13 by 13 plus 2 into 45, which is equal to 13 by 15 into 45. You're getting 39 liters. So in 45 liters, you had 39 liters of milk initially. Original quantity of water. 2 parts was water. Or you can simply subtract 39 from 45 to get original quantity of water also. That way also it will work. 12 by 15, sorry, 2 by 15 into 45. So this you get 6. Okay, so original
6
was
liters.
39 liters and 6 liters. This was the original quantity of milk and water in the mix. Now we want to change the ratio. That is, we are adding some water, right, to the mixture. So, how much water we are adding? We are adding as much water to make the ratio 3:1. So I say let the quantity of water be added be x. Let the quantity of water be added be x. Therefore, what is the quantity of okay, so when I'm adding this, what is the quantity of uh, I mean, what is the change in quantity? Quantity of water now becomes equal to 6 plus x liters, right? Now quantity of milk remains the same. So I don't see why I should add x to the milk. Okay, so let me see it this way. Now see, since I'm adding water only, quantity of milk remains the same, 39. Quantity of milk remains 39. I'm only adding x liters of water, right? So what is the ratio? New ratio of milk to water, 39 is to 6
6
plus
plus
x.
x.
And what is the new ratio given here? 39 by 6 plus x. What is the new ratio given? 3:1.
3:1.
Let's write it that way. 39 is to 6 plus x is equal to 3:1. So this is our equation. Change it to fraction, solve for x. Seven liters. So 7 liters of water has to be added. Here I have made a mistake, okay, by adding x to 39. Okay, so this part please ignore. Okay, this was also wrong. So from x liters of water, here you'll write as it is. Okay, and from here you'll start from, after this you'll start from here. Okay, so that's it. Any question? These were fundamentals of ratios. Okay, we now move on to proportion. Now, what do you mean by proportion? Remember, proportion definition is simply equality of two ratios. An equality of two ratios is called a proportion. Okay, proportion is the equality of two ratios. Suppose I have a ratio A is to B, and I have a ratio C is to D. Two ratios I have. If these two ratios are equal, then this equation is called proportion. Okay. So if A, B, C, D are in proportion, if four numbers are given to you in proportion, if A, B, C, D are in proportion, then we can write A by B, or let's say A is to B is equal to C is to D. A is to B is equal to C is to D. That is, you can write A by B is equal to C by D. And remember to maintain the order. So it has to be A in the numerator and then B in the denominator is equal to C in the next numerator on the right hand side and 4 in the denominator on the right hand side. Okay. Remember, this order has to be maintained. If four numbers are given in proportion, then A by B must be equal to C by D in that order. Okay. The next is for a ratio, for a proportion, A is to B is equal to C is to D. These two, okay, that is a consequence of the two ratios. These are called extremes. Okay. D is sometimes called as the fourth proportional. Okay. And these are called the means. Okay. That is, this is not the consequence. In fact, the antecedent of the first and the consequent of the second ratio are called extremes. Okay. And the consequent of the first and the antecedent of the second ratio are called the means. Okay. And the D is sometimes called as the fourth proportional. Okay. So this is just a basic definition. And I've given you an example also, that is if 2, 3, 4, 6 are in proportion, then you can write 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. I told you to maintain the order A, B, C, D. So A by B must be equal to C by D. Similarly, if I give you four numbers, if X, Y, Z, W are in proportion, then what can we write? Then we can write X by Y must be equal to Z by W. Okay, so this is the basic of proportion. Let's move on to an example here based on proportion. Question is, find the fourth proportional to. Three numbers are given and you need to find out the fourth proportionals. Okay, what are the numbers? The given numbers are 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. You are asked to find out the fourth proportional. I say let the fourth proportional be X. If the fourth proportional is x, therefore the four numbers 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, and x must be in proportion. If they are in proportion, then what can we write? A by B is equal to C by D. We will solve this equation to get the value of x. This becomes 4 by 3 is equal to 1 by 5x. That means you get 5x is equal to, let's say, 20x cross multiply is equal to 3. Means you get x is equal to 3 by 20. So the fourth proportional of these three numbers is 3 by 20. So that means 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, and 3 by 20 are in proportion. Okay. The next one. Question is, what number must be added to each of the numbers 5, 11, 19, and 37 so that they are in proportion? Now, if you remember this problem, I think exactly this problem or the same problem I had solved back in class 8 also. Okay. Now, clearly 5, if you see this problem, 5, 11, 19, and 37 are not in proportion. Right? Because 5 by 11 is not equal to 19 by 37. Right? But we want to make it in proportion. So what number should be added or what number should be subtracted? Here they have said what number should be added. So I say let x be added to each of 5, 11, 19, and 37 so that they are in proportion. Okay, so therefore, if I add x to 5, if I add x to 11, if I add x to 19, and if I add x to 37, they must be in proportion. So if they are in proportion, that means A by B must be equal to C by D. So A by B must be equal to C by B. Cross multiply and solve the equation. Thirty-seven into 5, 37 into x, x into 5, x into x. 11 into 19, 11 into x, x into 19, plus x into x. Okay, so what happens? X square and x square, they cancel from both sides. Now you take all the x's together. So you have 185 plus 42x is equal to 209 plus 30x. Means now you have 42x minus 30x is equal to 209 minus 185. So that will give you 12x is equal to 24. You get x is equal to 24 by 12 is equal to 2. Okay, so 2, if you add to all the numbers, they will become in proportion. So that is 5 plus 2, 11 plus 2, 19 plus 2, 37 plus 2 are in proportion, right? That's it. Let us finish the last one also from this. Question is, if A plus C is equal to MB. So given here, A plus C is equal to MB, call this 1. Also given is 1 by B plus 1 by D is equal to M by C, call this 2. Prove that A, B, C, D are in proportion. Now see, in these two equations, in the question, if you see, prove that A, B, C, D are in proportion. Now, A, B, C, D, is there any mention of M here? There's no mention of M here, right? That means with the help of these two equations, we need to find such a relation between A and B where M is not there, isn't it? Because in the question, this C M is not here, right? So we need to find a relation between A, B, C, D by removing M, right? And how do I remove M? So from 1, or from 2, you can say from 2, from 1 also you can start. From 2, 1 by B plus 1 by D is equal to M by C. Now if you multiply both sides by C, what do you get? You get M is equal to C into 1 by B plus 1 by D. If you multiply both sides by C, right? So you get the value of M. This value of M, we now put it in 1. This is just like your substitution method in simultaneous equations, if you remember. Okay, so you find out the value of N and we put it in 1. So putting in 1, we get A plus C is equal to M is just as above we have found out 1 by B plus 1 by B. A plus C is equal to M B. Now we simplify this. You multiply by BC throughout, BC by B plus BC by D. That means you get here A plus C is equal to this B cancels. You get C plus BC by D. C cancels from both sides. So you get A is equal to BC by D. That means you get cross multiply, you get AD is equal to BC. That means from here, now you can write A by B, that is dividing both sides by BD. Or you can simply say it this way also. A by B is equal to C by D. That means A, B, C, D are in proportion. Okay, so I'll stop here.